Supernatural, scene 1, echo, take 1.
Supernatural is the longest sci-fi fantasy TV show in US history. Hundreds of actors have appeared in the show, and some of them appear more than once. Season 1 has quite a selection of actors that will go on to reappear in later seasons. So, spoiler alert for all 15 seasons. Here are 10 such actors from Season 1 who make an appearance in later seasons. Number 10. Genevieve Bucher. Genevieve first appears as Lily in the episode Bloody Mary, where she accidentally summons Bloody Mary by saying her name in the bathroom mirror 3 times.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary then goes on to kill her father.
Sorry, Daddy.
13 years later, Genevieve goes on to appear as comic store owner Samantha. She helps the boys out by identifying the ghost who is attacking her colleague.
Closed up the night he got attacked, and he brought the shop keys home, and then his mom brought them back after. I mean, does that make sense?
Cool.
Number 9. Lara Gilchrist. Lara appears in Season 1 Scarecrow episode as a pre-title victim of a pagan god.
If I only had a brain.
We wouldn't be lost.
Whilst her role is quite small in Scarecrow, she appears later on in Season 5 in a much larger role. We get introduced to her as Nurse Foreman, who gives the boys a thorough examination.
All right, you can go ahead and take down your pants.
As they admit themselves to a mental hospital to hunt a monster killing the patients. However, it turns out she is in fact the monster the boys are hunting.
Oh, it is sugar. It's very real.
In number 8 is Brent
I'm sure
State.
these people want to eat in peace.
Just a little friendly conversation.
Brent has appeared in 3 episodes as 3 separate characters. He first appears in the Season 1 episode Scarecrow as Scotty, the cafe owner.
Scotty, you got a smile that lights up a room. Anybody ever tell you that?
He later appears in Season 6's And Then There Were None. He plays Rick, a truck driver who is the first victim of Eve's conworm. The possessing conworm then goes on to make him murder his wife. His final appearance is in the Season 15 episode The Gamblers. He plays a pool player who is trying to extend his life by playing for luck.
And some not so good. I thought you were gonna kick my ass.
However, he is no match for Dean's pool skills and ends up losing his luck and his life in his final appearance.
I cancer. I came out here to beat it. I did win me an extra year.
In number 7 is Kevin McNally.
I want you to come up here with me.
Kevin plays Roy LaGrange in Season 1's Faith. He heals a dying Dean back to full health with the help of his wife, who has a Reaper on a leash. Roy isn't aware of his wife controlling the Reaper, and he truly believes he has the power to heal.
May I have a word?
9 years later, he then goes on to play the butler in the Season 10 episode Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves. Everything okay?
I presume you gentlemen left something behind. I'll check the front closet for burlap.
Yeah, I got news for you, Mr. Belvedere. The jacket's canvas.
In number 6, Fred Keating. Fred first appears in episode 14 of Season 1, Nightmare. He plays Max Miller's ex-neighbour who informs Sam and Dean about Max's bad childhood.
So, what's this about? That poor kid okay?
His next appearance, he plays Jack Klein. No, not that one.
My name is Jack.
So is mine.
But Kelly Klein's father that Jack goes to visit in Season 14's Gods and Monsters.
She had the baby. A boy.
We have a grandson.
Number 5, Adrian Howe.
How'd you find out anyway?
Adrian plays Dr. Aaron Heidecker in Something Wicked, where it appears he is just a regular doctor looking after children with a mysterious illness.
Now what?
But it turns out he is actually the one causing the illness. He's a Strieger. His character comes to an end when Dean shoots him between the eyes.
You okay, little brother?
In his next appearance, he appears as Victor Rogers in Freaks and Geeks, who plays a mentor and guide to young hunters.
We met, Rougarou Hunt in Washington. I'm Sam, this is Dean.
Oh yes, the Winchesters.
Right.
Again, he appears to be a good guy, but it turns out he's actually working with a vampire to manipulate the teenagers into believing they've got their revenge for their loved ones' deaths.
Only to find you dead.
When in fact, it was him who sent the vampire after their parents.
He killed them off your orders?
You needed motivation. So you killed our families?
However, when the teenagers find out what he's up to, Chrissy puts him in his place.
For Aiden. For me.
Look, I bet you wouldn't buy that shirt.
I love this shirt.
Number 4, Christine Chatlin. Spoiler warning for the final ever episode of Supernatural. Christine has appeared as 2 separate characters, but in 3 different episodes.
Seriously.
What?
Seriously?
In season 1, she played a victim turned vampire as the boys and John were looking for the cult. But Sam, being the caring person that he is, untied her before checking whether she was a vampire or not.
Hey, shh, I'm here to help you.
Christine's next appearance is as a different character in the marvellous season 5 episode, Changing Channels.
You don't know.
She plays Dr. Ellen Piccolo in the Dr. Sexy MD hospital scenes.
Don't say that. You are the finest cerebrovascular neurosurgeon I have ever met.
Christine is then asked to come back for the series finale to revive her character Jenny, who is part of a vampire nest.
Yeah, we tried to kill each other back in the day. Yeah.
Jenny, with her nest, fights Sam and Dean in the last ever Monster of the Week episode, which ultimately results in her death. Thanks, Sam. If only you did that 14 years earlier, things may have turned out a bit different. Next up, number 3, Jovanna Burke. In Supernatural, it's not often one-off characters return, but just like Christine, in its final season, the show decided to pay homage to its roots by bringing back not only actors, but characters as well. With Chuck cracking hell open like an egg, it was a chance to bring back old ghosts, including the next one on our list, Bloody Mary. Unlike the woman in white who appeared in the same episode, they managed to get the same actress back to revive her role. She played the role just as creepy as she did back in season 1. In number 2, we have Jillian Barber. Most people recognise Julie Benz from the episode Faith, but it is in fact her on-screen mother, played by Jillian, who actually reappears in multiple episodes of Supernatural. She goes on to play the unlikable and Umbridge-esque character, Dr. Hess from the British Men of Letters in season 12.
Then let me make it blisteringly simple. We don't have time to court a handful of mangy colonials.
Jillian doesn't have a good time in either of her roles. In Faith, her daughter Layla doesn't get healed by the Reverend.
Why are you still even here?
And in season 12, she eventually gets shot in the head by the kick-ass Jodie Mills. Go Jodie! In at number 1, we have an actor who first appears in one of the most criticised episodes of the entire show, Bugs.
Alright, I promise.
Tyler Johnston plays the bug-obsessed Matt who likes to scare people with tarantulas for a laugh. That is until he gets attacked by a ton of bees. And saved by a Truman Show-style sunrise.
They kind of weird me out now.
Yeah, I should hope so.
Tyler then goes on to play Samandriel, or Alfie, the much-beloved angel from season 8.
Well, awesome job so far, Alfie.
Actually, my name is Samandriel.
Let's just stick with Alfie.
Samandriel is then tortured by Crowley, who is after the name of all of the prophets.
That's not what I want to hear.
So who snatched Evan's most adorable angel?
Crowley.
Crowley then hacks into Samandriel's head and reveals the angel's operating system.
Saute Barclay.
With all of the angel's secrets being revealed to the King of Hell, Naomi puts a hit out on Samandriel.
They're controlling us, Castiel.
What do you mean?
Kill him!
By ordering a brainwashed Castiel to kill him. So who was your favourite on this list? Please let me know in the comments below. If you like what you see, press the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more supernatural content.